Hey, how's it going? Welcome into Fantasy Filmball, the show where we turn movies into sports and sports into something we don't talk about here. My name is Matt.
And my name is Dyl. You know what time it is. Draft time, and we're back. But I regret to inform my little win streak, it's come to an end. I finally fell. It only took like 2 weeks after my initial run. Matt, how do you feel? You got the win with the drafting director's filmographies. I probably threw because I didn't take Spielberg first overall.
Dude, Spielberg was the trump card. It even overpowered the fact that I had Edward Berger on my team. But honestly, I think that it wasn't just Spielberg. It's also the outpouring of love for Todd Field. It's also Martin McDonagh and Sarah Polley. I saw some people on our Discord really talking about how Field and Polley made the team. So here we are. This is our last draft of this fantasy season. We've been doing this segment of our show for like 13 weeks now. You've won some, I've won some. It's been pretty even back and forth, but I'm sorry to tell you, Dylan, I think I'm gonna win this week because I'm sticking to my guns. And for my first pick overall, I'm gonna go with the movie that I've been calling as the Best Picture winner since May of last year. I'm gonna pick Everything Everywhere All at Once, and I'm gonna hope that this is the trump card that just brings me home to another W here.
Yeah, good pick. It's the clear number one overall. However, as we've mentioned before, and I know PGA told us differently, but it's a divisive movie. Some people really don't like it. You know what movie people do love when they don't like Everything Ever All at Once? They love themselves some Top Gun Maverick. So give me that with my first overall pick. On the completely different side of the spectrum, this is a big box office behemoth that did cost a lot of money. And just a lot of people went out to see this movie multiple times, if not twice, 3, 4 times. They told their families, they told their friends. People of all ages have been rocking with this movie. And, I mean, I don't know. Top Gun feels like, to me, the clear number 2 choice of everything that we have here to hit to the biggest just demographic. But a pair of Top Gun, I have a lot of choices here. Do I go with my personal picks? Do I go for whatever people were thinking? But I think I'm going to try to combine them both to something I both like and that a lot of other people like as well. And as I'm looking here, I'm like, I don't even know what movie that fits. So I think I have to go with this movie, even if I don't really want to, and that is Tar.
Nice. I was kind of hoping you were gonna leave that because I know you're not a huge fan of it. So I was hoping I could snag that like last round.
If you had Tar and Everything Everywhere, I think you would get every vote.
Maybe. But on that note, I'm also gonna go with my 10th place movie here, but I know it's a lot of people's number 1, number 2. This is probably the second place movie for Best Picture, so give me Martin McDonagh's The Banshees of Inisherin, which, to be fair, I did just say it's my spot 10, but personally, I like all of these movies. I really do, and this movie, like the rest of Martin McDonagh's films, it has just a delicious darkness to it. It's melancholy, but it's funny as hell, and it's got my favorite performance in the Best Leading Actor category, Colin Farrell. So, you know what? I'm totally happy with that choice as my second place, and personally, I feel like that's the right second place that we've got here. If we're looking at how enthusiastic people are overall about these films, Banshees, I think, has the second most buzz around it on here. It might not be the most populist like Top Gun, but I think people absolutely fucking love this film. So that is my number 2 choice. But now with my number 3, I have to go with a little movie by a little underdog director. And that is someone you might not have heard of, Steven Spielberg. And I'm picking The Fabelmans, number 3. Now, The Fabelmans, this was the early frontrunner that lost buzz, but truly, it is such a lovely film. And I keep coming back to this. The reason why I love this movie so much is the humility that it shows from Spielberg. It shows a filmmaker who truly believes that they have more to learn and they have room to grow, and I think that's a beautiful thing.
That is a beautiful thing. You got 2 very beloved, passionate picks there, and I think I'm going to go on the complete other side. While those are both kind of more smaller scale stories, I'm going to go for 2 very big, massive scales, very big productions, and you may have Banshees, which most people thought was going to win the BAFTA, but I have the movie that actually won the BAFTA, All Quiet on the Western Front. This is that little movie that no one thought was going to be nominated for Best Picture, and guess what? It was, because of how many people adored this movie on a technical side and on a picture side. To pay with that, though, the movie I personally believe all those nominations that went to All Quiet should have gone to Avatar: The Way of Water, made by another little unknown filmmaker by the name of James Cameron.
Good one. I mean, that's your ride or die pick for the whole year, so that is a great choice by you.
Yeah, so what are your last two?
Okay, for my last two picks, obviously, first off, hi Totoro. Obviously, first off, I have to go with my girl, Sarah Polley, Women Talking, the film I've been standing so hard all season long. And I feel like this is a film, now that more people are finally getting to see it, I think the popularity of this film is rising and rising, because this movie is absolutely incredible. It is so beautiful. It is so special. So that is my next pick. And for my final pick, I'm left with two here. And I know the one I want to pick, but I'm really torn. I'm really torn here. No, you know what? I'll give you your favorite. I'll take my favorite. I will finish off with Triangle of Sadness, and I will leave you with Elvis. I love Triangle of Sadness. It is my, I think it's my fourth favorite movie of the year, maybe fifth favorite movie of the year. I absolutely love this movie. I think it's wild, wacky, hilarious. And it's a pretty special art house movie that balances the crudeness of something extremely lowbrow and also the highbrow nature of like a Cannes winner, which it is. So that would be my final pick. And I know I probably should have gone Elvis, but, you know, I feel like it's best to leave your favorite to you and leave my favorite to me rather than screwing you over with a movie you don't like very much.
Hey, I do like Triangle. I gave it a solid 7 out of 10. But yes, I'm happy that you left me Elvis. I was kind of pulling that strategy that you were hoping to do with Tar, leaving the movie that the other person doesn't like as much, hoping it can stick around till the end of the draft. A lot of those words that you just used to describe Triangle could be used for Elvis here. It's wacky, it's wild, it's funny, and it just delivers, at least to me. I know it's the most divisive movie in our Best Picture lineup, but I feel the people who really love it just adore it, and the people who don't like it, they at least find some things that they can really appreciate, whether that is Butler, whether that is the costumes, the makeup, or something there. They find something they at least like. But I mean, I've said this countless times, I think our Best Picture lineup this year is so strong. The bottom movie for me would still be like the number 4, 5, or 6 movie in most other years. So like, I don't think there's a bad movie in this lineup right here.
So let's recap. The team that I ended up here with is Everything Ever All at Once, The Banshees of Inisherin, The Fabelmans, Women Talking, and Triangle of Sadness.
And on the other hand, I have Top Gun Maverick, Tar, All Quiet on the Western Front, Avatar: The Way of Water, and Elvis.
So you gotta let us know, whose team do you think is best? Make sure you head over to our YouTube community tab, make your voice heard, make your voice known. You gotta vote for this, because your votes will determine who gets to go first on our next draft. It is so important. One vote can make a difference, so please head over to our community tab and leave your vote. Do it. I'm begging you.
Please do it. You got to make the right choice. Come on. I know you have your picks out there. Let them be heard.
Yep, you need to make the right choice, which is my team this week.
Hey.
Thank you so much, as always, for tuning into our show. My name is Matt.
And my name is Dyl, and this is Fantasy Filmball.